troubleshoot electrical tingling or shock issues at a pool, start by checking the ground rod at the pool house. Ensure that the ground rod is properly installed and driven into the ground to a depth of at least 8 feet per cord. Check the resistance between the ground rod and the grounding electrode system at the main house using a ground resistance tester. It should be less than 5 ohms. Secondly, inspect the wiring. Verify that the number 4 URD wire from the main house to the pool house is in good condition and not damaged. Check the connections at both ends of the wire, ensuring they are tight and secure. Test the resistance of the ground wire separately using a multimeter. It should be close to 0 ohms. Thirdly, check the bonding at the pool panel. Install the bonding screw at the pool panel to connect the neutral bus bar to the ground bus bar. This creates an equipotential ground plane. Verify that all metal components at the pool, such as the pool deck, pump, and filter, are properly bonded to the grounding system. Fourthly, inspect the GFCI breakers. Test all GFCI breakers by pressing the test button. They should trip and interrupt power. Reset the breakers and ensure they are functioning correctly. Fifthly, check for stray voltage. Use a voltage detector to check for stray voltage at the pool and surrounding area. This could indicate an issue with the electrical grounding system. Sixthly, if you cannot identify and resolve the issue, it is recommended to contact a licensed electrician for further troubleshooting and repairs. Consider that water can conduct electricity, so any leaks or moisture around the pool or equipment could be contributing to the tingling sensation. Ensure that all metal parts within 6 feet of the pool are bonded to the grounding system. Regular maintenance and inspections of the electrical system are essential for safety. Proper grounding is crucial for electrical safety, especially around water. The grounding system provides a low impedance path for fault current to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or fuse and disconnecting the power. A properly installed ground rod helps to dissipate stray voltage and provide a stable reference point for the electrical system. Bonding is the process of connecting all metal parts together to create an equipotential plane. This means that all metal parts are at the same voltage, which reduces the risk of electric shock. Bonding is especially important around pools, where people are likely to be barefoot and in contact with water. GFCI breakers are designed to protect people from electric shock. They work by monitoring the current flowing to and from an appliance or circuit. If there is a difference of more than 5 mA between the two currents, the GFCI breaker will trip and interrupt power. GFCI breakers should be installed on all circuits that serve outlets or equipment near the pool. Stray voltage is unwanted voltage that can appear on metal parts of the electrical system. It can be caused by a variety of factors, including faulty wiring, loose connections, and ground faults. Stray voltage can cause tingling sensations or even electric shock. A voltage detector can be used to check for stray voltage. If stray voltage is detected, it should be investigated and corrected immediately. Contacting a licensed electrician is recommended if you are not comfortable working with electricity or if you are unable to identify and resolve the electrical issue. A licensed electrician has the knowledge and experience to safely and effectively troubleshoot and repair electrical problems. Remember to always turn off the power before working on any electrical equipment. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before touching any wires or components. Wear appropriate safety gear, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations. Adhering to these guidelines helps ensure electrical safety. The ground rod should be made of a conductive material, such as copper or copper-clad steel. It should be at least 8 feet long and 0.5 inches in diameter. The ground rod should be driven into the ground until it is completely buried. The resistance of the grounding system should be tested regularly. The resistance should be less than 25 ohms, but ideally should be less than 5 ohms. If the resistance is too high, the grounding system may not be effective in protecting against electric shock. All metal parts within 6 feet of the pool should be bonded together. This includes the pool deck, the pool pump, the pool filter, and any metal ladders or handrails. The bonding conductor should be made of copper and should be sized according to the NEC. The GFCI breaker should be tested monthly. To test a GFCI breaker, press the test button. The breaker should trip and interrupt power. If the breaker does not trip, it should be replaced. Stray voltage can be caused by a variety of factors, including faulty wiring, loose connections, and ground faults. It can also be caused by inductive coupling from nearby power lines. To check for stray voltage, use a voltage detector. Hold the voltage detector near the metal parts of the electrical system. If the voltage detector detects voltage, it will beep or light up. If you detect stray voltage, you should investigate the cause and correct it immediately. You should also contact a licensed electrician to inspect the electrical system and make any necessary repairs. Regular maintenance and inspections of the electrical system are essential for safety. You should inspect the electrical system at least once a year. You should also inspect the electrical system after any major electrical storms or floods. During the inspection, you should look for any signs of damage or wear. You should also check the grounding system and the bonding system. If you find any problems, you should correct them immediately. Electrical safety is a serious matter. By following these tips, you can help protect yourself and your family from electric shock. Always ensure that the power is turned off before working on any electrical equipment. Never touch any wires or components without first verifying that the power is off. Wear appropriate safety gear such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, contact a licensed electrician. Remember that water and electricity are a dangerous combination. Be especially careful when working with electricity around water. Never use electrical appliances near water. Keep all electrical outlets and equipment dry. If any electrical equipment gets wet, unplug it immediately. By following these safety precautions, you can help prevent electric shock and other electrical hazards. The importance of proper grounding cannot be overstated. Grounding provides a safe path for electrical current in the event of a fault, preventing dangerous voltage from building up on metal surfaces. This is particularly critical in environments where water is present, such as around swimming pools. Bonding ensures that all metal parts are at the same electrical potential, minimizing the risk of shock. This includes metal components of the pool structure, as well as any nearby metal objects, such as fences or ladders. GFCI protection is a vital safety measure that quickly cuts off power in the event of a ground fault. GFCIs are designed to detect even small amounts of current leakage and trip the circuit, preventing potentially lethal shocks. Regular testing of GFCIs is essential to ensure they are functioning properly. Stray voltage can be a subtle but dangerous hazard. It can result from various factors, including faulty wiring, corrosion, or even nearby power lines. A voltage detector can help identify areas where stray voltage may be present. Addressing stray voltage issues promptly is crucial to prevent shocks. A licensed electrician has the expertise and equipment to thoroughly evaluate the electrical system and identify any potential hazards. They can perform necessary repairs and ensure that the system meets all applicable codes and standards. Regular electrical inspections are an important part of pool maintenance. These inspections can help identify potential problems before they become serious hazards. It is recommended to have a qualified electrician inspect the pool's electrical system at least once a year. Staying informed about electrical safety practices is essential for pool owners. Understanding the risks and taking appropriate precautions can help prevent accidents and ensure a safe swimming environment. Remember, electricity and water can be a deadly combination. Taking electrical safety seriously is crucial for protecting yourself and others. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical installations. It provides detailed requirements for grounding, bonding, GFCI protection, and other safety measures. Adhering to the NEC is essential for ensuring a safe electrical system. When installing or modifying electrical equipment near a pool, it is important to obtain the necessary permits and inspections from local authorities. This helps ensure that the work is done safely and in compliance with applicable codes. Proper maintenance of electrical equipment is essential for safety. This includes keeping equipment clean and dry, checking for loose connections, and replacing any worn or damaged parts. Never attempt to repair electrical equipment unless you are qualified to do so. Always consult a licensed electrician for repairs. Educating family members and guests about electrical safety is important. Make sure everyone knows the risks and how to avoid them. Post warning signs near the pool to remind people of the importance of electrical safety. By working together, we can create a safer swimming environment for everyone. Understanding electrical concepts can empower individuals to make informed decisions about safety. Voltage, current, and resistance are fundamental concepts in electricity. Voltage is the electrical potential difference measured in volts. Current is the flow electrical charge measured in amps. Resistance is the opposition to current flow measured in ohms. Ohm's law describes the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. It states that voltage equals current times resistance, or volts equals amps times ohms. Understanding Ohm's law can help you troubleshoot electrical problems and understand how electrical circuits work. Series and parallel circuits are two basic types of electrical circuits. In a series circuit, components are connected end to end, so the same current flows through all components. In a parallel circuit, components are connected side by side, so the voltage is the same across all components. Understanding series and parallel circuits can help you design and troubleshoot electrical systems. Wiring methods involve understanding the different types of wires and cables used in electrical systems. Common types of wires include copper, aluminum, and copper-clad aluminum. Wires are typically insulated with plastic or rubber. Cables consist of two or more wires bundled together. Different types of cables are used for different applications. Understanding wiring methods is essential for installing and maintaining electrical systems. Electrical boxes are used to enclose electrical connections and protect them from the environment. Different types of electrical boxes are used for different applications. Metal boxes are typically used for concealed wiring, while plastic boxes are used for exposed wiring. Understanding electrical boxes is essential for installing and maintaining electrical systems. Conduit is used to protect electrical wires and cables from damage. Different types of conduit are used for different applications. Metal conduit is typically used for underground wiring, while plastic conduit is used for above-ground wiring. Understanding conduit is essential for installing and maintaining electrical systems. Electrical panels are used to distribute electrical power to different circuits. Electrical panels contain circuit breakers or fuses which protect the circuits from overcurrent. Understanding electrical panels is essential for troubleshooting electrical problems. Circuit breakers and fuses are used to protect electrical circuits from overcurrent. Circuit breakers are resettable, while fuses are not. Different types of circuit breakers and fuses are used for different applications. Understanding circuit breakers and fuses is essential for electrical safety. Grounding and bonding are essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a safe path for electrical current in the event of a fault. Bonding ensures that all metal parts are at the same electrical potential. Understanding grounding and bonding is essential for preventing electric shock. GFCI protection is a vital safety measure that quickly cuts off power in the event of a ground fault. GFCIs are designed to detect even small amounts of current leakage and trip the circuit, preventing potentially lethal shocks. Understanding GFCI protection is essential for electrical safety. Surge protection is used to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges. Voltage surges can be caused by lightning, power outages, or other electrical disturbances. Surge protectors divert excess voltage away from electrical equipment, preventing damage. Understanding surge protection is essential for protecting your valuable electronics. Lighting is an important part of any electrical system. Different types of lighting are available, including incandescent, fluorescent, and LED lighting. LED lighting is the most energy-efficient type of lighting. Understanding lighting is essential for designing and installing electrical systems. Electrical safety is a serious matter. By following these tips, you can help protect yourself and your family from electric shock. Always ensure that the power is turned off before working on any electrical equipment. Never touch any wires or components without first verifying that the power is off. Wear appropriate safety gear such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, contact a licensed electrician. Remember, electricity and water are a dangerous combination. Be especially careful when working with electricity around water. Never use electrical appliances near water. Keep all electrical outlets and equipment dry. If any electrical equipment gets wet, unplug it immediately. By following these safety precautions, you can help prevent electric shock and other electrical hazards.